All right, we back, and we just saw Missing. Hey, real quick, y'all just saw that same movie.
Yeah,
hey, for the podcast, what y'all think?
It was really good.
It was so fun.
It's just
I liked it. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
Oh, 10s all around.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. Hakeem, where you going? Thoughts?
Alright, so this is not the follow-up, but from the same people who did Searching, the first Screen Life movie, which I really enjoyed. So, plot summary according to IMDb: after her mother goes missing, a young woman tries to find her from home using tools available to her online. Yeah, very creative ways of storytelling. They really up the stakes from Searching as well. Definitely flipped the script in some aspects. Always had me on my toes. Yeah, really enjoyed it. There's a lot to talk about there, but definitely was entertained throughout and had some funny moments throughout as well. So really enjoyed it. What'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be a like boring family movie, but then they just, once the suspense rolled in, it kept it going. It was an interesting format because it was like all online. It was like the whole movie was happening from her desktop computer.
Yeah, so that's the thing. And that's the sort of gimmick of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can get it can lose its kind of intrigue because you're just like, I want to see it in the most cinematic way.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and I'm looking at this little screen and it's blurry and it's dark sometimes.
I don't know. I think
it helped.
The fact that they
was
run
cool.
with it,
Yeah.
and
they
pull back and reveal things, so it's like it kind of adds that element to it. Obviously, a lot of like tracking and Google searching and people, the things that people can all relate to. And
I feel like it was kind of dangerous how you could do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Too,
No, I was gonna say, I took some tips.
You're sick.
Okay. Some stock. No. If you were to do something,
yeah, it's gonna teach you. That was. I don't know how I felt about that, but I like.
I mean, it's all it's I mean, it's really about technology and like what you can do and how you can like fucking track people.
Yeah, which apparently is everything. And she did a great job doing that. I give her props. Her best move was reaching out to that guy over there and having some eyes on the ground.
I mean, and
that
the
was
way
wonderful.
She figured out certain things from learn certain mundane things that she had to do at the beginning.
Yep.
And the watch, and the
Where did that watch come from? I never understood it.
That's from the guy at the party. Remember?
Oh, did you find my watch? Yep. That's right.
Yeah, and and the Siri thing too. Like it's all connected and weaved in a way that was pretty well done.
It was. So. And the story was good. Like, it was a mother who was running from a coke-addicted husband or something.
Spoilers, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because you thought, the dad, he was this sympathetic figure at the beginning, and he was like, had this tumor or something, and kind of flips this. Yeah. I was like, they're going to make the white dad the sympathetic figure, but
he was the villain, yeah.
And they're going to make the Asian guy the fucking villain.
But he was like no, he was the villain though. He did help plan that, remember?
Yeah.
I feel like his character was kind of overlooked a little bit near the end part because he just gets shot randomly, so I feel like we kind of lost a little bit with him.
But he was just like for hire, right?
Yeah, well, it seems like he did the job,
yeah, so.
Which was conning her. He was a con man, and that's what he was good at. So he did something to get for some money when he came out of prison.
Right, so
explaining he was very persistent at the beginning, like the 3 messages, because
I know that was smooth.
He was trying to con her the whole time.
Taking some tips from that, like, damn, what a way to.
He said I was recording in the theater.
Everyone's recording these days.
Yeah, I know. Based on that, even going to the popular spots and seeing them constantly recording all over the place, that was wild.
And it just goes to show you can tell a movie, or you can tell a story like that just from, just in that in and of itself, with security cams, it was a little much just having, it was a little, I don't want to say cheap, but it was very convenient to have the FaceTime screen open the whole time.
There
on the-
was,
on the-
yeah,
on
that
the
was
computer.
agreed. Because I was like, no one just leaves the screen open like that.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
maybe
you give
I'm
it-
wrong. Maybe
you-
I'm
yeah.
not a modern day
Yeah,
kid, but I've
true.
never seen a kid just sitting there with that open. And maybe that's a teen thing, or maybe I'm
You
just
can
not
give
connected.
it. You can let it slide. 'Cause,
Yeah,
that's
because
the
you
whole
want to
gimmick
see it.
of
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're like, shit, I don't get to see anything. This is the best I get. And especially when they cut to the cinematic thing from the movie for 1 second, and I'm like, well, this is what I wanted the
shit.
whole time.
But it's a show.
And then, yeah, psych. We're still on the laptop.
No, yeah, and that was the thing with searching as well. Like they used a lot of news footage and just clips from TV and fucking media and stuff. But I feel like they actually didn't use that as much this time. Except,
I mean, the whole thing was like that, kind of, though.
I mean, it was more just from the perspective of
Cameras.
the girl, searching for stuff and Instagram.
Oh, you mean like
Snapchat,
following
and-
a character vibes?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And there's the moment where everyone's in on it, and this like,
Don't
national.
spoil another movie. No, you're talking about another movie.
No, I'm talking about this movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about another movie.
But-
Searching.
There are similar elements, but in missing this movie, yeah, like there's moments where it's like this national news story, and like everyone's like making their theories about like what happened
yeah,
and who
that
did
was
it.
fire.
And so I thought it was gonna kind of divulge and turn into like this bigger thing, but it actually went back. It like pulled back from that and made it more personal, and actually made her actually have to figure out some stuff. Even though at a certain point, like the stuff she was doing in the beginning kind of was meaningless, because that video came out of them being captured in Colombia. So just like she was kind of doing stuff but not really figuring out anything
Well,
productive.
I feel like she was, because at the end, that's how she put it all together, was all the
I
clues that
guess.
she had written down on her notepads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that video coming out was one step ahead of her.
Yeah, it was like, oh. And maybe that's what the movie wanted you to feel like she was had it hit a dead end.
But at the same time, we learned later he's been watching her computer screen, so she was putting the pressure on him to start acting and
true.
moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was watching all her moves and like, holy shit, she's starting to figure this shit out.
Yeah, no, it was fire how she finally gotten that secret like messaging software, and logged out from another computer, and he finds out that she's onto him, and like, yeah, super well done, like all of that.
It was suspenseful thriller. I'll say that camera thing did kind of get me. In the beginning was a little bit rough when it was just straight digital and there was no video and it was just typing and clicking and something, and that was
that.
setting a bad pace for me. I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna like this. But then they kind of added some
like
story.
That. I love that.
But nah, I don't like doing that. Like, I was sitting there like, am I a computer nigga like this?
Yeah, it's very like, it's what you would do, like searching history and flight
I got a
tickets,
computer for that though, bro. I don't
flight
need to
tickets
watch
and,
them
and
do
like,
that.
Geolocation and all these.
Yeah, I got a computer for that.
Stuff.
She was they were showing a whole lot of that.
What do you mean you got a computer for that?
Like, I have a computer, I see
it's
that all the time.
storytelling through
A different lens,
medium.
sure. I'll give it to it, but still.
Yeah.
That beginning was a little bit
It's
rough.
like I did that film about where I shot it just from camera's phone perspective. So
Yeah, you have the shameless plugs, but it's okay.
called,
You can find that on at Hawk Media. Or
I don't
just
even
Docs
actually
TV.
remember what it was called. Phony. Shout out. Anyway, I think it's very, like I like movies that do stuff in a different way. Like, yeah, you'll have these certain cinematography techniques and directors that like to use wide lens and long takes and stuff. But like, one was like, this is kind of combining. Yeah, it's like the screen movies, but also what do you call it? Almost like, what are those found footage movies? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Paranormal Activity,
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
thing.
Like Blair Witch type shit.
Yeah. But done in a different way. So, I don't know. I can't think of anything else besides searching that does it like that.
Maybe I'm wrong, but wasn't like Gone Girl kind of in those vibes? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. They were like going through a bunch of new stuff, weren't they? trying to find that girl.
Yeah, but like,
or no, it
wasn't-
was like this movie, but it was still like cinematic, like
Yeah,
the
it was
story
cinematic,
wise. Yeah.
But again, they did have cinematic. Like I liked how they, like pulled back from the screen and she was just watching like the show or some really like there was cinematic moments, but it was like
Yeah.
news footage, like
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah.
a computer.
It was good though. I guess it was.
Should walk. So.
It was good.
Raising my dial. And it was funny. Yeah, just like a lot of funny moments with the TaskRabbit guy and
Yeah, I liked his character. He was a good addition. But I mean, damn, there was just so much communication on that screen for her. Like, dang.
like all these little things. I mean, this is one of the movies you can watch over and over because there's like little details on the side.
Bloop, bloop, zoo, 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 bloop, bloop, click, 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 bloop,
In the
bloop,
last
bloop,
one,
bloop.
I didn't really pay attention too much, but in the last one, there's like UFO stories like hidden on the side for like people that really pay attention. So I'm curious if this one has.
For people that really, or like when they're telling the like story about how much money she has and the like numbers slowly dropping on the sidebar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of details that you can. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's so limited in what you're seeing really makes it feel like when she's figuring stuff out, when she's like thinking and then opening like a text or something comes to mind, like it makes it feel like
Lisa, like it's you.
not it's you, but like you're not ahead of her in any way. You're like figuring it out with her.
Yeah, for sure.
It.
Because she would like do the type, delete, 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 type, delete, 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 until like it would come up like with a result.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
You're
playing.
seeing her process. Get in the car.
It's only wind.
Yeah.
What?
It's gonna be loud.
Oh yeah, I guess it is. We'll have to cut all this part out now. 'Cause we're breaking the fourth wall. Okay, we're back again. And we just saw him missing. Alright, I guess I don't have that much more to say. It was a pretty solid movie. I liked the mother's character because I think that it was a cool journey to go on where they're misleading you and then bring it back another direction. Because it was like,
she was a mastermind.
yeah, like she had some
behind the
type
whole
of
thing.
secret, and they kept kind of pushing it
was
that
the whole
direction.
way, yeah. Like the daughter's crazy. Like doesn't really know her mom, and the identity change was a real thing, but not for the reason.
But exactly, yep. You're thinking like, oh man, what was she involved in? Because that's just the one piece you don't know yet. And then it turns out like, yeah, it was actually Dad who was on some weird shit.
Well, no, yeah. First it was the Kevin guy, the husband guy, that you're like, oh, this dude, yeah, is behind everything.
Well, he was too.
I mean, yeah, but not in the way that you think.
Yeah,
Again,
for sure.
Like, you think he's just, capturing women
And they
raping
flipped
them.
the script on that one too, because like you're going down it's him, and then you have the messages where it's like, hey, I'm just a regular guy and I'm falling in love. And
But then he has a history, and then but he like reveals that history, and then just like with the lock stuff too, just I don't know, like everything was
he was conning her though.
structured in a really easy to follow way, and the little clues that you got along the way did amount to something in the end. And just like the dad being the Uber driver.
Yeah, that one.
figuring-
Yep.
Figuring it out. Yeah.
My personal
Wild.
opinion, that opening the door part was way sketchy. I don't know that I would have done that one.
Which door?
When Dad came to the door, I don't think I would have opened it. I thought that was a little bit sketch.
Oh, when he came to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
her
some shit.
dad,
Like,
though.
nah,
She
but
thought-
you
she
ain't
thought
seen
that
him,
he
and,
was-
and there's you gotta know there's something up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a hefty one, bro.
Chipotle. Might have to cut that too.
But yeah, yep. Well timed. She did a great job on her detective sleuth work. Again,
Yeah, it always keeps you thinking. Always keeps
I
you
didn't
engaged.
think that we needed to be on that computer screen the whole time, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm sure
That's the whole
younger
thing.
audiences liked it. I get it. But that was gonna
Yeah, we
lose
had
some
a
points
young
for me.
audience behind us. They were
For sure.
enjoying it. We were like, "Go!" And she clicked the like on the love you. They were like, "Oh!" She did that to
I
her.
felt that too. That was a nice moment.
No, it was a nice message of reconnecting with your mom, and
That was beautiful
Yeah.
too. And I thought it also had the themes kind of this is what some of these women go through. It was saying some real shit, even though it was kind of, you know what I mean? They didn't dwell
like
on it, and I appreciate it. Like, no, that she was
was-
a woman who had to change her identity to escape this man, and
yeah.
people really go
But
through
then,
this
then
kind of
people
shit.
don't believe, or people think she's the one that's conning him
Yeah,
instead of the other way around. Like the woman's the one that's going. Even though I suspect that a man made this movie, so
it was Chung E or whatever it said, Kong E something.
no. I think he was a producer. It is by Nicholas D. Johnson and Will Merrick.
Oh yeah, them. Yeah, it's them.
Yeah. Super fun, super entertaining.
Your emotions
Even-
will be swirling because they get to a
Yeah,
point
yeah.
where things are changing so fast. It's like this clue here leads you this way, this clue leads you that way, this
Even
clue leads
the-
you that way, that one. It's
Even
like
the
what?
task guy, the Columbia task driver guy, his relationship with his. I mean, that was kind of a throwaway thing because there wasn't.
No, I
much
like
there,
that
but-
because nope, that is the reason why he would go out of his way to help her. That made his
No,
story
yeah, actually,
real.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
Because he already had this turmoil with his son. Like I couldn't help him,
'cause
but I
that
can
was-
help her.
I was wondering that, he's just a guy that she paid $8 for on fucking.
Well, no,
Fast
he was
Drive.
draining her account that whole first time, and then after that, it was like homie shit. But then they got in the
Yeah.
argument, and then the only way she could contact him was now through that
Wait,
app
what?
again.
He was draining her account?
But no, not draining it, but the money was going down as she was working with her that first time. When he was going to the 8 places, she was paying for that.
Oh, okay. It wasn't just that one.
But
That
then it
one
became
task.
call me whenever type.
Yeah, because they made that connection. Yeah. That's beautiful. I was expecting him to get with the mom at the end.
Oh, I was expecting mom to maybe not even be there at the end.
So, I guess when the dad captures her and the mom is trapped there, that was kind of, I don't know. That was more traditional horror stuff.
It was because I couldn't understand what his mindset was, if I'm being honest,
Yeah,
as the bad
what was
guy.
he gonna-
He was gonna bury them in the back at their old home, or that was his goal, or
Yeah, that wasn't as compelling to me. 'Cause, yeah, he just captures them and why didn't he kill her? She even said if you were gonna kill me, you would have done it.
well, I think he was trying to bring maybe June there to punish her or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't tell this.
Yeah, I feel like his character wasn't super.
Or yeah, it didn't matter. He was just a crazy dad, a crazy
Crazy
dad could have been,
junkie.
could have been thinking anything. We're gonna all go to heaven together. He could have done 3 holes for all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a wild one. He was a wild one. What was the thing who was a counselor or something in prison that they were saying he wasn't your counselor, he was the inmate there.
Oh.
What was she talking about?
Wait, who was talking about
When
that?
she was saying that to him, when she was discovering everything standing there right in front of him before he grabbed her.
Counselor. I mean, I know that
Like, I don't want to go into a long thing about because
what's her name? The babysitter chick was involved in helping them, but are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I remember when she says that when she's standing there. I don't think she's talking about the babysitter. She was talking about meeting her dad and the Asian guy meeting in prison. She was saying that when she was talking there, and I was like,
Oh.
I feel like I missed something there because I was like, what is she talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I missed that.
She was crazy for opening that damn door anyway, though. That was just like totally bonkers. And honestly, one thing that I kept thinking in my head that she was never doing and it was pissing me off was say, Siri, calling her. Siri, dude, like, she knew it was connected the whole time. And I don't know, for somebody who uses the computer that fucking much and all that shit.
She didn't see her phone though. She didn't.
Nah, she knew.
She knew that her phone was there.
She knew. She knew all of that.
She forgot her watch was on.
No, but I mean, even the time when she was standing there with her dad, it was Siri, answer Vera. Like, and I'm like, why would she even run right now? I literally was in my head watching her stand there. Like,
can you just say Siri, answer whatever?
can't you? Yeah, Siri can answer your calls. I actually put that in the comments because I don't have iPhones. I don't know.
Android can't do that.
Androids can do that actually, if I think about it.
You can say answer call.
Yeah, you get the like, how about your voice stuff turned on? Can't you? Let's look it up. Put it in the comments.
Yeah. Let us know if you think it's believable. I mean, yeah, if you're clawing for your life, you know, you can give it a pass. Bet you might not think to do that.
Yes, you can. You can use voice to,
Whatever.
yep, turn that on. So she was messing around. She was messing around a whole lot. Supposed to be a Jin whatever. Was not playing her role. But you know what? Hey, she helped save the day in the end. I ain't mad at her. She did get it done. She got it done. Yeah, it would have made it too easy, but I didn't want to see her get kidnapped.
If she called Siri at her house, that he would have already been gone.
No, I meant when it was answering that girl's phone call, when she was calling and everybody was at that standstill. It was like, obviously now's the time when you tell the phone to do it autonomously. You know what I mean? You're not gonna probably make it all the way to the computer, but you know that you and your computer, and you talk to this fucking computer all the time. Like, that was the time to just be like, hey,
Wait,
Siri, answer Vera.
At her house?
At her house, before he kidnapped her.
I am saying, once he kidnapped her, they would be gone, and even if the police came, they wouldn't know where he was taking her.
But Vera would have seen her and known, now she's getting kidnapped. Something's wrong. Hey, I answered and she was screaming.
Yeah, even so, even if the cops came and whatever, they still didn't know where.
They had the
where he was
ring.
gonna
They
take
had the
her.
ring footage. They had all the stuff. They were gonna come on.
Well, yeah.
She
but
was screaming the famous
but-
case that everybody's looking for on the news.
Yeah.
That girl was just carried out of her house screaming. They would have found them. That would not have been hard in my
He would have thrown her
opinion.
in the trunk and just.
But he went to their old home. He didn't even do anything creative. He went to the first picture on her Instagram. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was kind of obvious. Like, if you're gonna do something really crazy like that, like go to a hiding.
Don't
spot.
literally go back to your old home. But he was obviously crazy. Like, he didn't know what was happening.
But yeah, no. So he was in prison for like a year, and that's how he found that Asian guy to help him when he got out.
It had to have been longer than that, right? Because how would she have just not recognized him if it was just it was like 11 years or something she had been running, and he'd been chasing after them for that whole time.
So when the mom left on the trip, do you think that was when he
took them, when he put her in the trunk, that was the whole plan. His job was probably
No,
done
I'm
then.
saying before that happened, was he in prison or was he out of prison for like a while?
Oh yeah, I feel like he
Before
had to have
that.
been out of prison for a while, looking for them, and then this con man guy or whatever. Or maybe he was in prison
Maybe
for
he was
like
in
10
prison.
years, yeah, and then
Like,
he just
he's
got
doing
out.
that.
And now, shit, I don't know.
He was like,
I'm sure that's in the movie somewhere. I don't know,
Yeah.
one of the quick little cuts. I feel like everything was kind of there.
Yeah, it's definitely one that you can rewatch and probably get something more. Yeah, solid start to the. Is this the first movie this year?
No,
in theaters that we've seen? Well, the first hindsight.
I don't think so. It's like February, bro.
No, I'm saying like theatrical movie.
I don't know.
Anyway, whatever.
Rate it.
Oh man. 9.
I was gonna say the same. So 9 it is. 9 it is.
9.2.
It actually gets the 9.5 because I asked those people on the other one and they said 10. 10's all the way around. So I'll give it to it. That's fair. All right. Yeah, go see that Missing. Great movie. Great movie. Great acting. Even the little girl, I wasn't expecting that. She did a good job.
Yeah, she's great.
And we out.